breaking news, Necrons are getting another new model. Hello guys and welcome back to Planet 40k. So I've stumbled upon something this morning, went onto the Warhammer community webpage and noticed there's a few updates from the World Championship previews that were live yesterday I believe, or last night maybe. And there's a lot of new stuff. There's a Space Marine new bits and bobs. I've not gone too deep into that, but more importantly there is a new Necron character, and it is a named character, so that's an epic hero, and his name is Nekrosor Ammentar. I believe I've said that right, hopefully. Nekrosor Ammentar. Now, looking at the picture here, you'll see it on the screen now, he looks absolutely epic. I like this model, and he is going to be a lord, and I would imagine he would be an Ophidian Destroyer Lord. However, if you look at the weaponry, those claws look very much like Canoptic Wraith Vicious Claws. I was looking at the Ophidian Destroyers at their claws, and their claws are smaller and there's like two almost scissor-like. These aren't like that. They're like Canoptic Wraith claws, so could he also lead Canoptic Wraiths? Not really sure. On his other hand, he's got this like claw, a bit like the Scorpet Lord has, so maybe he could also lead the Scorpet Destroyers as well. And then of course he's got this like tail, and it's not the main tail because obviously that's where it goes to the stand. It's got another tail. It reminds me a bit like a whip coil, sorry. So it's again that kind of pushes towards Canoptic Wraiths, but definitely Ophidian Destroyers. He's got that look about him, and if you actually read up in the description, it's all about the Destroyer curse. And there's also a bit about Ctan, which is quite interesting because he has an affinity with the Nightbringer, and of course we're getting a new Nightbringer model at some point, probably early next year. So there could be something, you know, some sort of buffs and bonuses for being near the Ctan, or maybe it's a Ctan new detachment or something. But he does look absolutely outstanding. Now, I noticed something else in this article, which was, where was it? They were talking about the 500 Worlds Battalion box. That's cool. Which kind of actually hints that he could maybe lead those units. Maybe all Destroyer units, who knows? But it went on to talk about the Ctan Charlotte of the Nightbringer. And at first I was just going to skim over this section, because we already know about the Nightbringer and they're going to release that. It got leaked before Games Workshop even got the chance to tell us about this. But if you look in the description here, it says, where are we? Turns out even a premature model reveal can't dampen our impossibly cool blah 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 blah. But the next paragraph, nightmares, look closely at that S. That is in bold. Nightmares. Why have they put that S in bold? I don't know. Nightmares, yeah, he has more than one shard. What does that mean? He has more than one shard. The battle between Titus and Nekrosor Ammentar is a seismic event. So they're basically referring to this new epic hero, and he has more than one shard. So to me, it's hinting at another Ctan. To me anyway. I don't know how you guys read that. And there's only two Ctan left that are currently available to us, which is the Deceiver and the Transcendent Ctan. Now, if it was a new Ctan, other than the Nightbringer, I would put money on the Deceiver, because that is an old Finecast model. But the Transcendent, it comes in its own box set with the Tesseract bolts, or the Obelisk, whatever you want to build it as. So I think that's quite a big job to do, and they would probably have to build a whole new Tesseract bolt as well, which they're not really promoting, I don't believe. So I would think that was the Deceiver. And oddly enough, I was looking at buying a Deceiver yesterday, literally yesterday. I thought, you know what, I need to buy one. I know it's going to go out of date soon. And then this article appears, so now I'm going to hold tight and wait. But that could mean we're getting a Deceiver as well. A large Deceiver would be absolutely epic. But guys, what do you think about this new model? This, I'm going to have to say his name out again. Nekrosor Ammentar. He looks disgusting, doesn't he? Really strong. Let me know down in the comments below. And what do you think? What can he lead? Wraiths? Ophidian Destroyers? Scorpet Destroyers? Locust Destroyers? I don't know. You let me know down below.